Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Kamicraft, and today we are in the base. I promise we're not going anywhere else. We're doing some work. This waterfall will be going, and this ladder will be going. I'm sick and tired of having to use a ladder to get in and out of my base, so I am definitely going to be getting rid of all this stuff. We're going to be building an elevator today. The elevator is going behind the waterfall. That's why I want to go ahead and take it out, because I think I want to have some kind of glass wall so when you're riding the elevator, you can kind of look up. Because remember, this whole area is getting redecorated. We're going to have a tree in here, maybe a little river, maybe a lake, and all that stuff. It's not going to be a flat green surface. We're going to have some terrain difference and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really cool. So to start the episode off, let's get rid of the waterfall. The waterfall was only there to test to see if I was going to get a lot of squids spawning in my base. Because, you know, I already have to fight a lot of bats. So I didn't want to have to go with a lot of squid. And it turns out doesn't look like I'm going to have a lot of squid. So we're good there. This waterfall can come now. Cool. And you know what? Let's just jump down. Alright, so to start off this episode, we kind of need to do a little throwback. So 3, 2, 1, time warp. And we're here. So this was the first ever Kamicraft base. Now, I didn't really work on it a lot on screen. My very first episode, I believe, was this guy right here, which works amazingly. I mean, it's really kind of simplistic in the redstone and everything, but I loved it. It works. So that's great. This was my favorite part of the base. When I dug this area out and I realized I had this huge lake cavern in here, I had to do something with it. I didn't dig this out. It wasn't empty when I found it. I mean, it was exactly the way it is now, minus all the lanterns I put in there. Yeah, so this is the elevator I'm coming back to. Now, this elevator was my first real attempt at redstone, and it's what got me hooked at redstone. Now, don't get me wrong, I have done, like, down here, you've got the standard spin around minecart elevator drop thing. I had those down and they were okay, but this thing let me know I could do redstone. My rates are just horrible in here. I think it's all of these things, the flowing water I got from these things, so it might hurt me a little bit on doing this elevator. But I think with the help of observer blocks, I have figured out a way to make this design foolproof. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to try it. So the way this elevator works is you hit this button, it launches you up, that one pops out, and then it pops up. I'm sure you saw. Just like that. See, there's a lot of moving parts, and my biggest regret with this design is I could never get the timing for that one to catch you. So you would get launched up through there, and you see how long that one stays open. It would never catch you. You would just fall straight back down, just like that. Very annoying. So what you had to do was you had to stand in here, push the button, get launched, and like move yourself to the side, which was super simple and it wasn't a problem for very long. But I've always wished I had figured out a better way of doing that, and I think I've got a way. Now this is only, I think, 8 blocks tall, whereas our floors are 10 blocks tall. So 1, it's in our favor. 2, the last base with the ceiling to floor height, I figured out how many ticks were needed between this one and that one to get it to precisely catch you. Hence why my elevator last base worked for everyone. So I'm hoping I can just take that same number and double it, considering we're going to be twice as tall, with a tick here or there. Alright guys, so we're back, and I was told before I got on today, while I was at work, to record as soon as I got on. You can see we've got the elevator design right there, and obviously something else. Oh, son of a... Bad words. Bad words want to come out of my mouth right now. I want to murder all of this. And the worst part is, like, you could usually just dump water and that would clean all that out. But I have redstone there. I can't just dump water. I need to use this to view. And then I've got... What? Who would think this is funny? So much. Okay, there's got to be a sign or something somewhere. I hate sunflowers. They're evil. I don't care. Sunflowers suck. Oh, and they're up here too. I just want to build an elevator. The sunflowers return. Don't kill the flowers. Love them. Screw that. You killed so many in Spawn Town. Now the king of flowers. Let him come. Let him come. Sunflowers suck. They're too tall. They get in the way. They're ugly. And they're just pure evil. Down with the kingdom. I mean, yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's... Not even close. Crap. I'm taking it down. I don't care. I don't care how cool of a build it is. Sunflowers are evil. I will save every one of these leaves, though. Because I need leaves. We need leaves to act as vines. Ooh. And see, I like that. I'm going to leave that there. That can stay. But all these other things, all the other evils, the sunflowers. See, and you even got them down here. There were flowers here. I know there were, and they weren't sunflowers. Crap. I can't just dump water to get rid of all this stuff. I'm going to have to punch it by hand. Alright, I'm going to start clean up, and then we can maybe actually start building something. Okay, so we are cleaned up, and all I can do is just burp all, and it's just going right back into my inventory. I don't want you sunflowers. Go away. And good riddance. Okay, so now the elevator of way more complicated redstone than I originally intended. Don't mind the top section. That's something we're going to rework on the fly. This bottom section's also something we're going to rework on the fly. Now, what is different about this elevator, other than it is 2 blocks taller than the elevator I just showed on the first season of Kamicraft, is that this middle circuit is no longer timed with this bottom circuit or that top circuit. Now, the first elevator was timed all together, so when you hit this button, everything would go off. When you hit this button now, you look, only the top and bottom, well, that was fail. So you see the top retracted, that pushed you up, and then the top pulled back, or pushed back. Only these two sections are timed together. And they're timed using the same comparator drain clock. This is a falling edge circuit. Because, okay, so the reason we needed to do this was for this right here. I wanted to make this thing as compact as possible, which is why we're reworking this tiny section right here. So I was like, oh, observer elevator, right? It goes all the way up to the top. Let's get some pearls. Please be good. Please be good. Oh, that's good. There we go. I could have just rode the elevator up. So, the observer block comes out here. Originally, it was just redstone. And then we found out observers don't have enough power to turn a torch off. So that was a fail. So then we realized we needed a signal. Hang on one second. I'm going to cough. Okay, I'm back. And when I say we this entire time, it's because I had Bank here helping me. A lot of these circuits, he would put his input in and be like, well, why don't you just do this? And it would come out like the falling edge circuit down there. That was his build. And that is probably the most intricate piece of timing that we've needed. But yeah, so observers can't work comparators either. Well, they can. Bank built something over there that actually made it work. But when we tried to implement it here, it didn't work. I don't get it. So we had to put a repeater here to activate this stuff. Now, if you notice, it's on its second tick. And that's because an observer on a 1-tick thing is still not enough to power this. I don't get it. So we had to delay it even more. So now we have the observer block, which is instantaneous. turning on this, which is delayed 2 ticks, but theoretically, this is instantaneous, turning off this. Now, we have this here to make sure this is pulled back long enough for us to make the journey all the way up. Now, the problem is timing down here. So we knew we can't have this thing just go ahead and hook to this. So you push the button, you immediately get launched up, because that won't catch you. That stays open for a long period of time. So the idea was, why don't we just take the same timing circuit that's up there and bring it down here? So we put this down here with a repeater and ticks, and we realized, oh wait, this is instantaneous. It's going to instantly kick you up. So we needed a circuit that would only turn on when this was dead. Hence the falling edge circuit. And it works beautifully. So you pop up here. Go ahead and stop bouncing. Hit the button. I say works perfectly, as it doesn't work at all. What did I get stuck on? What? Something's broke. That's not good. I'll be back. Okay, we're fixed. It's all good. Nothing bad happened or anything like that. Maybe. Push the button. We get launched up. We get caught. We get launched up. And we get caught again. The problem was, we just had redstone right here going across to this. And so it was activating our way down. So when you push this button, it'll drop that thing down. Oh, and hey, loud motorcycle guy. So cool. But what it also does is, you see the redstone kind of goes out. Yeah, it activates this whole circuit again, but that doesn't matter. But when it comes through this way, we put a repeater on there to kind of act like a diode, so the signal can't get pushed back this way. But this thing comes down, does another fancy comparator drain out system, but since it turns on instantaneously, it turns on this repeater, which locks this repeater, which keeps the observer from sending out a signal when you pass through that string when you fall down, so it doesn't work all this mechanism twice for no reason. And this clock seems to last long enough with the repeater delays and all that kind of stuff. So, awesome. This is the elevator. It is 10 times more complicated than I wanted it to be. But when you really break it down by circuits, that's the best part. Because really all you need to work out is the timing between this circuit and that circuit. So once you have that figured out, this middle circuit, you can just duplicate over and over again. Put it at the same height, and you're fine. I mean, and really, if you use the observer towers like I am, it's all instantaneously anyways. So you're really just figuring out this. Like, you could probably hook up 2 or 3 of these things and figure that all out. It shouldn't be that big of a problem. Now, the other thing I need to think about. We have 2 floors. We were going to have 3 floors, then I built the overhang. I still might build something in that overhang. Do we have a pearl? We've got a pearl. Can we make an awesome throw? Yep. I still might build something up here. I'm not sure yet. There's a lot of room. I'd hate to kind of leave this area empty. But I don't know if I want to hook the elevator up to come up to this area. I might put a hidden quick elevator in here. Maybe make this like a trophy room or something like that. I don't know. We'll work that out. But for now, I only need to go from first floor to second floor. So I need to figure out how to set that giant monstrous thingy majig in this curvature of a wall. So I need to do some digging. I know this is my center point. Originally, I was going to have it so there was some glass panes, and you could look out at the base itself as you went up. I don't know if that's going to work now. With how big this is, I don't think it will. So I might have to like dig away back a little bit and have kind of like an elevator room, and then you would walk out, which would kind of suck going from point A to point B and all that kind of thing, but it'll be worth it for the cool factor of having that perfected. So, yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to dig out a hole, and then I'll bring you guys back. Okay, guys. So, I am done digging out. Yeah, it's a big area. Where that nether block is will be where the slime block is for the elevator. It's pretty big. I didn't dig down yet. I'm getting ready to do that. But I wanted to show you the size of said hole before we get going. Actually, I still need to dig out up there a little bit because that needs to be done. Yeah, so basically, I'm just going to be copying what I've done here, minus changing this section up, and then changing this up. But for the most part, it's going to stay the same. Obviously, I'm going to redecorate it. I just used glazed terracotta because I wasn't sure where I was going to be putting slime blocks and all of this. So, yeah, I don't even know what stones I'm really going to go with. Like, I was playing around with these two glazed terracotta blocks, and I'm not a fan of either one of them. So I don't know if I'm going to go with either. I might go with furnaces because I still have a ton of furnaces from when I did this floor. Let's see, right here. Yeah, I have 1, 2, and 24. I've got a lot of furnaces. So I might use those around that stuff. And I may use either some hardened clay or some concrete. I'm really liking this gray concrete. And I didn't use it in here. So it's still a free color to use, even though, again, it's gray. There's a lot of gray in my base. But gray is like the one Minecraft color, other than woods, that you can really do a lot with. So it might get used in here for this thing. I would like a cool pattern, though. I don't know how I would do it. I guess for the most part, I need to get the redstone in place, and then I guess we can decorate it. So I'm going to work on that now. Alright, guys. So we're about an hour and a half later, and I think it's done. I do want to hang on. This button doesn't really do anything right now, so we're just going to... Boop. Go away. You know what? I think I put the down button 1 block tall when I probably should go ahead and make it like this. See how it's there? But let's go up to the top. This one just barely catches you. I don't know why the timing works so well there, but is off on here. Oh, yeah, you see, I put it down here, and I really should have raised it up 1. You know what, we can do that real quick, hopefully, without breaking anything, I hope. I built this thing wrong like twice, and I had to tear good sections out of it and rebuild it. Oh, my inventory is probably slam-packed. There we go. Here and here with that there. Will it still work this high up? No. Okay, that's fine because we can just boom boom redstone there, and now it should work just fine, right? What the heck? Why doesn't the downward button work? Every time I come back when I think I'm done with something, I've got to do some fixing. This worked a second ago. Let's put it back to the way it was, I guess. Like this. Where's the button? See, that works. What the heck is the difference? That makes no sense whatsoever. This is another Minecraft glitch thing found like last night where something that should easily work doesn't. Because there is literally no difference between this and what we just saw. I don't get it. Something's bud powering this thing. That's what it is. That's right. That's right. I remember this last night. How did me and Bank figure this out? Can I get rid of this guy? And it do it? No. Something is still bud powering this guy on. I mean, could it really be the block right here? Could I do this? Let's say we go half slab, full block, like this. If I just alternate it like that, since that can't travel down, will that fix it? Yes. How dumb is that? I mean, come on. Okay, so elevator should be in 100% operational mode. Wrote it down. Why is there a button on the ground? Oh, because I broke that one button. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's good. 100%. Now all we've got to do is really decorate these two areas. I'm not sure if I want to carry the rooms to the ceilings or not. Especially like down here. Where I have all this redstone stuff. And then this giant thing right here. I guess I need to decorate the rooms first to figure out how I'm going to do it. But yeah, I've almost considered putting another one of these on this side. Just to keep it symmetric. But I don't know yet. I'll see what I do when I come up with a design from a room. And then I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, we're back with a fully working elevator. And I started doing a little design work. But the elevator is the more important thing. So we're down at the first floor. Come over here and push the button. And it should work flawlessly now. There we go. The only kind of negative that I have with this thing is when you first push the button, there is that long delay while it's kind of setting itself up. It's not instantaneous. But yeah, I can look past that. It works. Anyways, on to decorating this room, which I have literally been staring at walls for like 2.5 hours now trying to decorate it. But those of you who know me from way before Kamicraft know this. So what I try to do in every base that I make is take something from every base that I've previously made. This was my first ever survival base on a SMP. So I think it showed up in my first Kamicraft base. The second map I didn't actually build a base. That's kind of why there was no second map season. And the third map, which was the last season, I'm trying to think if there was a room where I did this in it. I don't think there was. So it's probably a good time to bring it back. And I've got it going all the way down, but you can't see that. So let's take the elevator. Yeah. Now, I'm thinking about ditching any kind of floor. I think I want to go with black glass. I think I want to make this room just kind of as see-through as possible. Since, like, the whole point of this room was, like, I originally wanted, like, this block to be the original elevator and bounce you up so you could see the base and all of its awesomeness. Because we're going to have a lot of cool stuff going on down here and not just an elevator. But since I had to recess it, it kind of sucks. But, I mean, I could still make this front wall glass. Hang on, got a cough. And back. Okay. So, I could make this front part glass, but I'm not sure how I'm doing the walls yet. I really need to kind of get on that, design the main walls for this base. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of tired of staring at all this plain stone and brick. So what I'm going to do for now is this pillar kind of needs to stay the same. This pillar needs to kind of stay the same. But everything else is going to change. And I'm getting ready to cough like crazy again. So this is probably going to be a short clip right here. I'm just gonna do some design work and bring you guys back. Okay, so hopefully my coughing's under control now, and I've got a lot of work done in between. As you guys can see, we've got some design going up. Remember, I had stolen this from the first ever survival base I did, and actually I forgot it was the storage room in the first Kamicraft base, or I might have already said that. It's been a good bit of while between clips. But yeah, so I went ahead and just cleared it all away. We've got the stone bricks in here. What we're going to do is we're going to rough it up a little bit. So the story is I need to turn off my beacon. That's the story. Oh, and of course my AC turns on. Awesome. So I'm going to try to make this kind of quick. Hopefully there's not too much whirlwind going on in the background. Let me turn this beacon off. The story is we have this quarry base. So somebody came in here, dug this out to use stone on the island and all that good stuff. And now someone's turned it into their home by making it very modern and stuff. So the elevator is the same elevator they're using in the quarry, except someone came in and modernized it. So like this would be the original lighting system, but then somebody came in and put this stuff in there. And you can tell I've changed the texture pack with vanilla tweaks to change the end rods to gray. And I only did that because 1.13, the next update, is changing the end rods to gray. I wasn't going to do that unless Mojang did it, and they ended up finally doing it. So we've got that now. I think this looks really good, especially considering my iron bars are 3D. So it's really nice. I'm considering using this all over the base now because it's so simplistic, so small, and it looks really good. Like, Bank came over here and tried to help me for forever figure out a good lighting system. And luckily came up with this one. Now, the ceiling, what we're going to do is we're going to carry this overhang into here. So this whole section is just going to be one piece. You see I put grass down there. Obviously, we're going to terraform the grass when we start terraforming out here. So it's going to look really good. But what I'm going to do now is just kind of rough up all these blocks and such. And I guess I'll bring you guys back when we kind of have this all done, and it's going to be a wrap of an episode. Okay, guys, so that's going to end it. We're all done. I kind of have a spoiler wall up because of streams and stuff. We did a little things around the base, and I didn't want to give away the episode before it came out, as it's still Friday, and I don't want people seeing it. But here it is, all said and done, because I know the ceiling wasn't done. I know it's kind of a pain to see it with this thing in here, but yeah, we're all done. It looks really good, minus the spoiler wall. And it all works. This is probably one of my more favorite builds in the base so far, even though it's like full-on redstone-like. The only thing I didn't do is these pieces right here. You see, obviously, because they're going to change when we do the design of the walls out here, which will probably be next episode. We do have some leaves and vines going on. This is the stuff we were working on in the base on stream. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it's kind of long. That's why we're not going to Spawn Town and do the one little thing I wanted to do. But yeah, I had a blast even with the pulling of the hair, the redstone and everything. Hope you guys did too. And like always, if you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to be reminded when an episode goes live. Until next time, guys. See ya.